In your life right now, you could probably think of something that you have bitterness for. And the sneaky part about bitterness is that because it's on the back shelf in the background, it is not this big, loud, boisterous voice. Bitterness is this small, little nagging, chronic thing in the background. But if you're not careful, because it's chronic, if you're not careful, it steals your joy. And if it steals your joy, how do you bring joy to others? Right? Or let me say it this way. The joy you do bring to others isn't in its fullest form. Okay? I get that. I get that. The more I get to make peace with the anger and put to bed the bitterness, the more I can start to find a fuller expression of my joy. Does this make sense? There was a time in life where I had felt betrayed by close friends. And I carried that bitterness for years, and it it was chronic, but it wasn't quiet in the background, partially because I didn't have anything else to focus on, right? Like I had a job and I was trying to figure out my work, but I had this very persistent complaint about this betrayal. And it became this, for me, I was trying to make sense of it. I couldn't understand the betrayal. I didn't understand why I was betrayed. I didn't get it, right? It made no sense to me. And sometimes when you are betrayed, or sometimes when you have bitterness that is super persistent, it can be really frustrating because you're simply trying to figure out, why is this the way it is? And when you can't figure it out, it turns into nagging, and right, which underneath that is bitterness. There's this bitterness about the way things are. I'm pissed about the way things are. And you can't sustain the energy of pissed for very long, and so it turns into bitterness, right? Pissed is like a hot fire, but you can't sustain the hot fire for long because you got to get on with life. And so pissed and hot fire turns into chronic bitterness living in the background that constantly steals your joy. So this is important, right? Because again, if you and I are here in this life, here to create and share important work with the world, to spread love and light to the world, we are humans, so we are susceptible to the bitterness of things, the things that piss us off, the things we can't make sense of. And those distractions, those things that live in the background as bitterness are distractions to our focus and our purpose and our light.